The planning for D-Day was a meticulous process that took several years. It involved the coordination of military, logistical, and intelligence efforts among the Allies. The goal was to create a decisive blow against Nazi-occupied Western Europe. General Dwight D. Eisenhower, as the supreme commander of the Allied Expeditionary Force, had the overall responsibility for the operation. He was supported by experienced leaders like British General Bernard Montgomery and American General Omar Bradley. Due to bad weather, the invasion was postponed for one day. The decision to postpone D-Day by 24 hours was a difficult one, but it was crucial for the success of the operation. The weather conditions on June 6, 1944, proved more favorable for the amphibious assault. The 5 targeted beaches in Normandy had specific objectives. Utah and Omaha were assigned to American forces, Gold and Sword to the British, and Juno to the Canadians. Each beach had its unique challenges and strategic importance. The Allied forces involved in D-Day represented a diverse coalition. American troops made up the majority, but British, Canadian, and Free French forces played significant roles. The inclusion of multiple nations showcased the unity of the Allies. The airborne troops dropped behind enemy lines had a critical mission. They aimed to secure key bridges, disrupt German communication lines, and provide support to the beach landings. The naval operation was unprecedented in scale. It included battleships, cruisers, destroyers, transport ships, and landing craft. The naval bombardment of German positions on the coast was essential to soften defenses before the landings. The Allies used a combination of misinformation, decoy operations, and double agents to confuse the Germans. Operation Fortitude South created a fictional army in southeast England to divert German forces away from Normandy. Utah Beach was the westernmost landing site and faced less resistance than Omaha. American forces quickly secured the beach and advanced inland. Omaha Beach was heavily fortified, and the American forces there faced a brutal initial assault. Despite high casualties, they managed to secure the beachhead through determination and courage. British and Canadian forces landing on Gold, Juno, and Sword beaches encountered varying degrees of resistance. They managed to establish beachheads and push inland, with British forces eventually linking up with the paratroopers. The German High Command, including Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, initially believed the Normandy landings were a diversion. It took crucial hours for them to recognize the true scale and location of the invasion. Once the beachheads were secured, the Allies began the process of breaking out and expanding their presence in Normandy. They faced determined German resistance but made steady progress. To address the lack of major ports under Allied control, 2 artificial harbours known as Mulberry Harbours were constructed off the coast of Normandy. These portable harbours allowed for the unloading of troops, equipment, and supplies directly onto the beach. The city of Caen, a key transportation hub in Normandy, became a focal point of intense fighting. The Allies struggled to capture it but eventually succeeded in liberating the city after several weeks of combat. The port of Cherbourg was a significant objective for the Allies, as capturing it would provide a vital supply route for the invasion. American forces eventually took the city, further strengthening the Allied position in Normandy. The Battle of Normandy, which followed D-Day, was a protracted conflict that lasted for several weeks. It involved fierce battles as the Allies pushed further inland and faced counterattacks from German forces. D-Day resulted in significant casualties. Thousands of Allied soldiers were killed, wounded, or went missing during the operation. The high cost in human lives was a testament to the bravery and sacrifice of those involved. D-Day marked a turning point in World War II. It established a crucial foothold in Western Europe, which enabled the Allies to launch further offensives and liberate France. The invasion set the stage for the eventual defeat of Nazi Germany. The success of D-Day hastened the end of the war in Europe. The Allies continued their advance through France, eventually reaching Germany. The Allies, once securing France, continued to push to Germany, trying to reach Berlin to end the war as soon as they could. D-Day remains one of the most significant military operations in history.